In today's episode, we find ourselves trapped in fog. We go on a surprise shopping spree that I wasn't expecting. And we do more contracts, lots and lots of contracts. What? There's a surprise guest, a return of a fan favorite.
Welcome back, everybody. So, it's a new day. It's October. I was just taking a peek at some of the contracts and stuff like that, seeing what's available. Most of this stuff is stuff we can't do. Most of the harvesting stuff, because it's like two-person stuff, it's a pain to do. But I did find a couple baling contracts. These are always pretty quick, pretty easy, not a big deal. They're great, easy, quick money. So we're pretty much going to get started on that. But I did. Last night I was doing some searching around, and I found something out about the Lambo. There's a second version of the mod, actually. And this one specifically states that it allows the GPS systems and the AI workers to function. So I went ahead and added it. I did it. I checked it in my test playthrough and everything worked fine. The GPS works on it. The AI workers will work on it and stuff. So it's definitely a goal I want to work towards getting back to. I really want the Lambo. I don't know why. I just really like it. So I'm going to try and figure it out in the future to get it. I don't want to get it back this soon. We got the class. I don't want to do too much of the financing stuff. But yeah, it's something I want to work towards. I want the Lambo back. And now that we have a functioning one, I have to get it, man. All right, let's get into these contracts.
Roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so.
Alright, so I did a bunch of contracts. I didn't want to turn it into another super time-lapsey episode, at least this early on. But I did a couple other things off screen that I want to show you, just to kind of finalize our farming hub here. So you can see one of them right there, but we'll check on that in a second. First we need to look at is this big one over here. I added a silo. It's not one of the base game ones, it's a modded one, but it's like one of the cheapest ones you can get. It was like 30k. So we have a silo now. We can store some more grains and stuff. But I think 30k is reasonable. That's kind of around the prices where some of the base game ones are. But this one will hold a little bit more. And so when we come in to our entrance, we can dump them there. And then we can move over here. And this is on our exit. And this is a buying station. It's still full price, 100%. There's no discounts or nothing on it, but we can buy all of our seed, fertilizer, lime, all those type of things as our, so we grab our equipment, we'll head out to our field. We can stop here on the way out the exit. We can fill up. We don't have to worry about buying pallets and containers. See how we have the herbicide one there? Yeah, we won't have to worry about buying those anymore. We can just fill straight from the silo. One last thing I wanted to do is this piece of land is the one right across the street from our house and everything in our garage. I really want to buy our first piece of land. So it's 75k. I did spend a little bit on the 30k on the silo and a couple grand on the buying station, but we still have 100k. So now we have 25 after buying this. It's tiny. It only goes up to that little cut between right there that you can see just before the crest of the hill. It's about 1 hectare, which isn't a lot, but it's at least something to kind of get us started, which is what's important. So the next step is I added this mod to be able to pay to search for used equipment. And since I made out a list of everything we're going to need to get started, most of it's fairly inexpensive. Like the say 5 to 20K range, so we can afford those new. But there's two big ticket items that are really pricey, so I need to try and find them used if possible. So if we go in, we can check out the kind of search options that are available to us. So we're going to start with the cedar here. We need the fertilizing unit on it, and yeah, let's change it with black. But it's 54,500. But I found this mod, so we're not going to do financing this time. But what we're going to do is we're going to find used. So it's a search, just like, anything else. Like if you called up the dealership and said, hey, I'm looking for this type of car. Can you, do a little search? This does charge a fee, and there's 3 options. So we can go with the normal option for $1,300. It's less than a month. There's only a 65% chance, which isn't great. We can do the extended search for an extra like $300, and that's 3 months with an 80% chance. But if we want the full year, it's going to be 3,000. So it's double. I don't think the jump is good, even though it's a 98% chance. I think we risk it on the 2 because we don't want to be waiting 7 or 8, 9, 10 months for them to potentially find a used one. We need it within 3 months. We need a cedar. We need to be able to sow some stuff. So I'm going to do the 3 month. Use Equipment Pro. It's got your assignment. Upfront fee $1,600. It's been deducted from your account. So we just got to keep an eye out for the notification for that. And there's one more big ticket item that's going to be really expensive, and that's going to be our combine. So the absolute cheapest combine we can buy out of all of them is this class right here. It's not great, but for 70 grand, it's a phenomenal deal, to say the least. But we're going to do the same thing with this one. So we're going to go in here, design, standard colors, none of that stuff matters. We're going to find use. We're also going to do the 3 month on this one, so an 80% chance. We're going to pay that. It's like $1,700. And then everything else that we're going to need, like the plow, a roller, a weeder, the combine's header, and a trailer, all of that stuff is relatively inexpensive. I think, what was the math at? Like 20, 25, maybe like 40,000 for everything else. So we're halfway there already. So we're gonna skip to November. We're gonna go to sleep. We're gonna get up. We only need about another 20 grand, and then we can afford all the other stuff. But the cedar and the combine, that's gonna be the 2 big ticket items. Let's go ahead and sleep. Okay, so here we are in November. We did drop the 33 down from the interest payment on Gramps' $1 million loan, his debt. So we lost that out. So we got 19.5K. It's November. We got to get into some more contracts. And so let's look here. Grain beans. Ooh, corn. That's a good one. We need to take that. Let's hop in the class here. Ooh. Bright lights. Corn harvest is going to be a good one. It's not too difficult, and we'll be able to make a little extra on top from the excess harvest and stuff like that. So it's good that they haven't found those items yet, at least for this first month, because that gives us a chance to save up to be able to buy those things. But hopefully they do find them. Otherwise, there was like 1,500 each down the drain. All right, let's get back to some more contracts. I'll catch up with you in a minute.
We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah.
Okay, so this is incredible. I just saw the notification pop up and my search was successful. So look at this. This is 70% off. It's normally God, what was it? 54,000 or yeah, 54,000. So we're getting like 40k off, and this is normally 70,000. So we're getting like 50k off. Well, maybe not quite. Like 44. But still, like that's the combined between those is saving us like 85,000, something like that. And after we finish the job we're working on, we can buy the combine. The header's only 8.5 new. Or we can try and search for those too. But we should be able to earn enough money to buy both of these today, I think. So we don't lose out on them. I don't know how long they stay in the search, so I don't want to go to another day and lose these. So together we need, what, 41 and some change. So we need to earn another, like, 22,000. Oh god, it just kept going because I was talking. But that's amazing. I've never used the search before. It's a PC only mod, and so like I added it because it just seemed more like realistic, you know. So I'm pretty hype about that. That's awesome. When we finish this job, we're buying that combine though. Like that's a killer deal, and then we just need to see how much more we need for the cedar. You know what? If we sell back the land, because land in this game buys and sells for the same price. Like there's no like equipment. If you buy equipment, then you lose out on money and stuff like that. So like if I paid 100k, let's say 100k for a tractor or something, if I turned around and immediately sold it back, you'd only get like 85 or 90k. But land, no matter what, it's always the same price. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the plot of land and buy up the equipment we need, because either way we're going to need land and equipment to be able to do anything. But if I have the money for the equipment, or if I have that money back from the land real quick or whatever, not only can we buy all of the equipment, but hopefully Noah, who owns it, might plant something useful on the land, because right now it's useless, like green beans. I'm not harvesting green beans. We already checked on that in the last video, in the last video, and it showed that it was like a negative, like net gain of 0 to try and harvest it, to rent the harvester and stuff. So it's useless. We'd have to just plow through it and start fresh, or rent and do the work and get no money out of it. I think I'm going to do that exactly right now. Let's go here. We got some time. Let's sell back land, which will give us the 75k back. And then let's buy the stuff these two. So we want those. Let's just take the standard design. All that's fine. Like, yeah, we're gonna buy it. 26k. Plus, we'll have to pay a little bit in maintenance on those items. And then this one, ooh, we do have to pay the extra 5 for the fertilizer distribution unit, but it's so worth it, especially with precision farming. With precision farming, if you have a fertilizer unit built in when you sow your seeds or you plant with a planter, and it does the fertilizing at the same time, you don't need to go over and do a second fertilizer state. So yeah, so 20k for this, that's saving us like 35k. Perfect. How many hours were on the class? 32. Okay. Condition 42%. Oh god, these things are busted though. 42% condition and 47% condition, which means it's going to cost a little bit to repair those. But we got them at such a great price. The cost of reconditioning them is worth it. Absolutely worth it. Okay, we need to get back on this corn and finish this job up. And then I saw like I think 1 or 2 other contracts that looked good, so we'll get on those. But we can, I think after this, because we got 47 right now. I think what I'll probably do, that should be enough to, I'm just going to do it now. I'm just going to do it now. I'm just going to stop. Let me get my list real quick. So we got, I wrote all this down. We got the seeder, got the combine. We need a plow. So let's go through here. The plow I always get is this one. It's a modded one, but it's because it's I'll just go with black. I don't care. But when you attach it, it's straight across. Most of the other plows, like these, that's another modded one, but we don't have the horsepower for that yet. But all these other plows in game are like at an angle, and they're really awkward to use and stuff. So we're gonna go here. We're just gonna make it black. We're gonna buy the plow. So there's another thing off the list. We're gonna purchase at the shop. Man, we're just on a shopping spree today, I guess. We need a weeder. Ooh. I was gonna get this one, but for an extra 5.5, we only get another 0.2 meters wide, but it nearly doubles the speed. We go from 7 miles an hour to 12 miles an hour. Ooh, that one would be really nice, but that's out of the price range. Yeah, I think I'm gonna spend a little bit more and get this one. Warning signs for $1,000. Yeah, no. We'll just leave it as is. Color-wise. Yeah. So we got our weeder now. A little bit more than I was planning on spending on that, but worth it. And then we need to get our header. So here's our header. We'll leave the stock colors. So now we have our header. What else did I need? Oh, we need a roller. We're gonna need a roller. And I was looking at this one. Figure with the Lizard Project colors and go with black wheels. Yeah, sure, that'll work. So we got a roller now as well. And we're getting all the equipment. That, you know. Oh, one last thing. We're gonna need a trailer to transport the grain, but oh. Problem is it's 9K with the extension. We have just enough to buy the 4,000 liter one. I think what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing that, I'm gonna finish the contract and then we'll buy the trailer. Cause and we'll need a limer. But the limer's like 20K. So let's finish this contract out, and then the last thing we'll need is a trailer, and then we'll need a lime spreader. We have everything else. That came together really quick. You know, after all the debt going on and having like no equipment and no nothing, like sitting here and grinding, I mean, for hours and hours just for the last couple months on this game, and just grinding every day doing contracts has really came in clutch quick, like real quick. So now we have all that. That search function is broken though. It found that shit in the first day and it only cost like $1,500 per item, but we saved like 80K to get it. Like 75, 80K. I mean, we'll have to spend another probably 5 to 10 potentially for repairs, but even still then, even if we saved half of what we saved, if we only saved 40K, it was still worth it. That's wow. We do need to still earn that 75K back for the land, but with this contract here, we'll be able to get the trailer. We'll have everything we need aside from a lime spreader, which isn't the end of the world. Technically, there's a lime spreader that's like $500. The only problem is you get like one pass down the field and then you got to go refill. So it's really annoying. Not that our field's that big. I mean, we could get it done if it really needed lime, but you only need to lime like once every 3 to 4 harvests. So if our field doesn't need it, we'll be all right. And like I said, this job will have enough to get the trailer. So the only thing we got to do is earn the last $75K to buy our land, and figure out. I'd like to plant canola if possible, if that's coming up soon. But we got to look at the calendar, see what crops are going to be available soon to plant in the coming month or two. I'm really excited about like actually getting to start doing our own field work instead of just always doing contract work. But you know, when you start with nothing in the game, or next to nothing, or close to nothing, you know, or you start like in our case, like with next to nothing. We didn't start with nothing, I would say, but we started with next to nothing, but we do have that huge debt. But when you start like that, there's only a few options you can really do. You can do wood, because that's annoying, and you can do we're full. You can do wood contracts, deadwood contracts, and then take the wood and put it in a sawmill, or you can cut down trees on your property. Oh, all of our new stuff. Cut down like trees on your property to sell wood, or you can buy greenhouses. Like those are kind of like your only early game options. And then contracts. And contracts, you really have to kind of pick and choose like which ones you want to do. But I think I've rambled enough. Let's get back to speed through this, and then let's go look at all of our new purchases. I'm excited. I can't believe I just blew through all of our money so quickly. But it was so worth it. So worth it. Alright, so I just finished up that corn contract, got it all harvested up, dropped it off, collected it, got a little extra. I think it was about 4,000 from the excess harvest. And so we need to buy our trailer real quick. Dang, we got 20K. We could get a slightly better trailer. No. Ooh, the class car. Oh, we do have a bunch of class stuff. Wait, the extension's 25? If we save on the extension and leave everything else, this will hold 12. That's the cart we were looking at was, well, only held 8. Man, that'll hold 22. This will hold nearly 3 times as much for about double the price. Dang, that's a 10K extension. That's a lot. I think, oh, we have just enough. Oh my god, I keep overspending, but like, I want to do it. I'm just, you know what? Like, I just, standard 2, standard 3, wide tires. No, let's just go standard. I'm just gonna, you know what? Let's just splurge. You know, why not? We're broke anyway. Oh, look at that. Now we got the tractor. Oh man, which kind of makes me want, everything's like class almost except for a few pieces. I kind of want to repaint this to match too. Well, our tractor's on the way here, but now we got the combine, and then we got our seeder with the fertilizer. We got a plow, we got a weeder, we got the header for the plow, we got a roller for after we seed, and then we got our own trailer to move the grain. So nice. Look at this. We finally have our own equipment. I need to take this the rotating bacons. Oh, this thing's she kind of clapped, but she ours. I'm gonna take this
pick up the header here. We're gonna start moving some stuff. I finished that last drop off like in the city, and then I completed the contract, and then I just set a driver, which actually I can see him on the mini map. I set a driver to bring our tractor back so I could come over here, well, instead of driving back. We need to repair. Oh, I just spent the extra money on the trailer. How much is it to repair? Okay, $28.54. That's not bad. That's not bad. And it's going to be a few months before we're going to need to use this anyway. So we'll just repair it before we have to use it. So that's not bad. So let's move this over. And it's got its own garage. Oh, you know, I kind of did want to put that repair place here. You could put a little workshop here. It's like a little mobile workshop. I think I kind of want to put that down here. It's like $250 or something. I think it's a mod, but so I don't have to drive over to the shop. Not the shop's like far. We're right next door, but oh man, it looks so small and stuff because it's just Okay, so let's see how much the repair is on the cedar as well. What did I say it was, like 2,800 or 2,500 or something? I think it was 2,800 was the repair for the harvester. Because the harvester and the cedar are the only, I hate when it does that, are the only two things that we bought used. See, like it's literally one of those. Ooh, I need the tractor too. It's going down. Okay, 1,900. Okay, that's still such a crazy deal. After buying them, we did have to add the fertilizer option onto the cedar. So what did we save? 35,000 on the cedar, and then we saved 45,000. So we saved 75,000, and then if you take the about 5K to repair the both of them, that means we save 70 grand, and the land that we're buying is 75. So pretty much the money we saved on buying the harvester used and the cedar used, buying those two things used, like that saved us enough to buy the land. It's incredible. I mean, we'll upgrade these in the future, but for now, like, come on, that's awesome. Okay, here, customize color. So main color, where's, oh no, not those. Those need to be jet black. Design color needs to be gloss green. Wait, what? That's the design. So it doesn't change the red part of it? Then what does this change? Oh, it just changes those. So that's the only thing we can change. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with it. Do it like this. What's design? Warning signs. Oh yeah, the warning signs. I'd like to have them, but I don't have $1,000. Oh shit. Backed out of that. It's free to change the color, but I did have to do the repairs on. See, the red isn't the exact same red. I was hoping that it was going to let me change the red. I didn't realize it wasn't going to allow me to change that, but still. Worth it. We got the class green on here. Too bad it's not the class red, though. Alright, so let's go in here. Put this bitch up in here. Okay, let's go back for the next thing. I might have to nudge this out of the way. There we go. Okay. I can sit there for now.
She got a body like a goddess, and she talks so sweet. It's like I can't believe I'm the one that she wanted. And if I'm really being honest, I know I could be everything she needs if she let me get on it. Yeah. So come here, baby, listen close, hold me tight.
Alright. Well, look at this. It's starting to look like a real farm, man. We got stuff. I don't know why that. Ugh. That straighten it up? Fuck out of here, it did. Look at this. So we plow the field, then we can seed the field, then we can roll the field. The next month we can weed the field. The only thing we're missing, and then we can harvest with the combine, load it up in the trailer. The only thing we're missing is something for lime, which, like I said, the field only needs it every like 3 or 4 harvests, so we don't need lime yet. But holy shit, we have starter equipment. We have started. This is insane. I didn't think we'd be this far. Like, we started in August. So August, September, October, 3 months. It's the 4th month, and it's only noon, and we've already got like this huge shopping spree. That I honestly wasn't planning that. That kind of came out of nowhere when I listed everything out on a shopping list that I needed, and then I put in for. I probably wouldn't have bought as much as I did this time if it wasn't for them finding the 2 most expensive things, the combine and the seeder. Like the search form from the dealer found them so quick that I was just like, oh my god, I can afford so much more, because the 2 big ticket items were like both like almost 70% off. It was huge for us. Okay, I need to look at some more contracts, because we need to start making some more money. Oh, cultivating? Yeah, we can do that one.
Love with you, so I'ma let you keep me up another time. But please don't stay the night. Don't try to change my mind. Baby, please don't stay the night. I must do what's right. Don't make me ask you twice. Oh, don't stay the night. Don't try to turn it to a fight. You know I love you by my side. Just don't stay the night. I must do what's right. I'm done being polite. Oh, don't stay the night. Would you be waiting? Would you be waiting? Would you be waiting? Would you be waiting? Find you. I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting? Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. Can't be waiting. Oh. Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. Would you be waiting?
Alright. And with that, we just finished up the last contract here. So those 2 plow missions, and then this one. Just gonna take a peek to see if there's anything that stands out. No green beans, no carrots, and no wood transport. Alright. I think that's probably gonna end it for this episode, this part, and then we'll pick back up with December. Man, we got 18K. What was the last thing? Oh, I needed the lime spreader. The lime spreader is like 20K, but we still have our interest payment that's going to come out, so that's going to drop us down to like 15K. Plus we need to buy the land. Then we'll need to save up for some seeds and some fertilizer. And I still don't even know if this land needs lime. Let me check real quick. Oh, it needs lime. But the green beans have been harvested. So maybe by the time we save up the 75K to buy this land, Noah will throw something in, plant something for us. So that'd be great, because then we could just buy it with something planted in. But it does need lime. So we may have to just rent a lime spreader, buy a lime spreader, something. But yeah, today was a big day, especially after, oh my God, yesterday was so miserable with, all those problems I was having. Gramps out there hustling me again. But look at this. We're actually starting to get some equipment. I'm excited. All right. I'll catch you next time.